Hi fellow crafters, in today's video I'm going to feature the Tasteful Touches stamp set and show you how to create a fun fold card idea. I'll also be using the beautiful Daffodil Afternoon Designer Series paper, which you can earn for free. I'll tell you how in a minute. Shall we get started? Hey everyone, I'm Terri from nutsaboutsstamping.com. I love sharing techniques and project ideas for rubber stamping, paper crafting, and scrapbooking with you each week. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button and the bell beside it so that you'll be the first to be notified when my next video goes live. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you purchase products through, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'll link to my online stores in the description box under this video so that you can have a look at the products that I sell. Now, let's get going with that fun fold. Before we get started on today's project, I thought you might like to have a quick look at the Daffodil Afternoon Designer Series paper. I love this paper because of the soft spring blooms of daisies and poppies and daffodils. And it also has a mix of larger blooms and greeneries that you can fussy cut out using your paper snips and use them as elements on your cards. I also really love the jewel tones in the patterned paper. This paper was actually designed to coordinate with a Daffodil Daydream bundle, but I'm not going to be using this bundle today for the project that I'm going to show you, or the fun fold that I'm going to show you how to create. Now, I did mention in the introduction that you can earn this paper for free, and that is through Stampin' Up's celebration. This is one of our biggest promotions of the year. It started on January 4th and it ends in 2 weeks. It ends, well, in less than 2 weeks on the 28th of February. So I will link to this little mini catalog in the description box under the video so you can download it and have a look. The Daffodil Afternoon paper is one of your choices. So what I mean by choices is free. So for a $50 product order, or if you live in parts of Europe, a €60 order, you can earn one of the products, or more than one, I guess, depending on what your purchase price is. But for $50 or €60, you can earn some of the products in this catalog for free. And one of your choices is the Daffodil Afternoon Designer Series paper. So I earned this paper for free, and I want to show you how to use it to create this beautiful fun fold idea. For my fun fold phrase, I chose a set that I haven't used in a while. It's called Tasteful Touches. This set is perfect for creating projects with the versatile textures. I used to use a lot of these textures as background elements on my cards. And I also really love the sentiments. I love the size of the sentiments, and I love what they say, and I really love the font. So you'll see why in a minute, why I chose one of the larger phrases in this set. So let's get started. I'm going to create a phrase element for the front of my card, and I have one of the phrases from the Tasteful Touches stamp set, the one that says just saying hello, and I'm going to ink it up and stamp it down on a piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock. And I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo ink. I love this ink too because it doesn't smear, which is perfect for any kind of stamps that you want to actually color in afterwards. But I'm using it because I want to have this black phrase for the front of my card. Now I have 2 of my stitched rectangle dies. I'm going to die cut out the phrase using the smaller stitched rectangle. And then I'm going to create a layer using a larger stitched rectangle. So I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I'm going to die cut these 2 layers out, and then I will come back and show you how to create the fun fold. There we go, and I'm going to use some adhesive, and I'll adhere these 2 pieces together, and then I'm going to set them aside for a minute and let's get started on the fun fold. My card base is going to be Pear Pizzazz, and what I want to do is bring in my Simply Scored, and I'm going to lay it the long way across the top of my Simply Scored, and I'm going to score it at 1.5, and I'm going to score it at 7. And that's all I need my Simply Scored for. Now what I want to do is I want to fold these in like so, and I'm going to use my bone folder to try and make this a really crisp crease because I want these two windows to lay as flat as possible, like so. Now, we're going to use the Daffodil Afternoon Designer Series paper to decorate this card base. The first piece of Designer Series paper that I've chosen is this pattern, and I want to open it up and I want to use it on the inside of my card, which is a little bit unusual. Most of the time we have either very vanilla or basic white on the inside. We'll get to that in a moment, but I want to add this as a decorative element inside the card. And then I have another pattern from the same Designer Series paper. I love this with the little hearts on it. So I'm going to put adhesive, and I'm going to put one piece here on the inside of the flap, and then the other one on the other side. Again, making sure the hearts are vertical. And I'm also trying to line up my Designer Series paper so that it runs across in a nice line. So there we go, we've got the inside. Now let's decorate the outside. Now to decorate the front of the card, what I'm going to do is close my flaps, and I have cut 2 coordinating pieces of the same Designer Series paper that I used for the layer on the inside. And I want to pull this whole project together by using the same pattern paper on the outside. So I'll add my one piece here, and then my second piece here, like so. There we go, it's coming along nicely. And then it's time to bring in the phrase, and my phrase is going to sit as a bridge across the 2 flaps. So this is a bridge fun fold. I learned this idea from another demonstrator, and I thought it would be really fun to try her idea for this fun fold by using the Daffodil Afternoon Designer Series paper, which she didn't use on her card. So if you would like to see another Daffodil Afternoon card idea, why not watch this video next? What I've done is when I had the video off for a second, I put 2 pieces of the tear and tape adhesive on the back of just one side of the phrase, the side that I'm going to attach on the left side of my fun fold card. So let me adhere it down like so. Now remember I said it was really important to ensure that these creases are really crisp. That's because you want the card to stay closed as much as possible. Now also when the video was over, I went ahead and I die cut a piece for the inside. You don't have to do that, but I like to coordinate everything from the outside to the inside. So I have a piece of very vanilla cardstock, and I used the same larger stitched rectangle die. And what I want to do is adhere this to the inside so that I have room to write a phrase or stamp something additional to the inside. So what I'm going to do is put adhesive on the back of this. And then I'm going to try and ensure that it remains hidden on the inside. So that looks pretty good. Just let me lay it down a little bit. Like so. Let's see if I got it. Yeah, Perfect. There we go. So that is such a quick and easy fun fold idea. Let's add a couple of embellishments next. I've decided that I'm going to use my brushed brass butterflies as a couple of embellishments for the front of my card. So I have my paper piercing tool and I'm going to use the larger butterflies, and I'm going to put one here, and I'm going to put a second one here, like so. Now, obviously, once I determine what I'm going to put on the inside of my card, I could add some additional embellishments in there. But for now, the purpose of this video is to show you how to do this fun fold bridge card idea using the products that you have at home. Now, if you would like to purchase the products I use to make this card, I'll leave a link to my online stores in the description box below. I'll also leave a link over to my blog in case you would like a complete listing of the supplies and the measurements for the layers for this card. While you're over on my blog, I invite you to subscribe to my free newsletters. I send 2 newsletters a week with a project in each one that you won't see anywhere else. I'm Terry. I'm nuts about stamping. I hope you'll try this fun fold bridge idea someday soon too. Bye for now.